Crickets! Sorry, I'm quiet, guys. I'm thinking. Not about the game, but about other stuff.
I always heard this place was such an interesting museum back in its heyday. Now it's just a place propped up by rusty nails and rumors. A place you wouldn't dare your worst enemy to go into. Alright, there it is,
The
Judgment
lights on,
House.
too.
Huh. Maybe this abandoned place isn't so abandoned after all.
A cop car.
I hate it when I'm right.
Baxter, you in here, buddy? Shit. So who does the devil's dance shall drop and crack and sway and jig upon the rope perchance the devil's due to pay? What? Another riddle. Or poem, I mean. Not gonna lie, guys, I got a bit turned around here and I'm confused.
Holy shit. Look at all this crap. What is this? Oh, fresh paint. This one's just been done. The witch who flew from her own mother, herself a witch, herself in flight, shall meet her death like so many other, and leave both realms this very night.
Joy. That's weird. The devil made me do it. Huh. That better not be Joy.
Vibrations I'm getting from this house are off the charts. It's like the museum. The old violence tries to take over the new. I have to tell Officer Baxter about this. This could be a vital piece.
Oh my fuck me, I'm lost. Every room looks the fucking same here, man. Colonial kitchen plaque. Fucking more of these things, dude, you're joking. Shut up. fuck? Come on, dude. That's bullshit. The fuck? It's nonsense, man. I'm pissed. Oof, that was close. I'm dying again from that shit. Gotcha, you fucker. Alright. Mansion's clear. I'm sure I didn't miss anything. Whew. Alright, this is what like I did. Holy shit.
So, who killed you?
The Bell Killer, you idiot. But I didn't get a good look at his face.
What were you doing here?
Following a lead. I never dropped the case.
I know it.
Had this psychic, Cassandra, working with me.
Is she
And
alive?
We figured out the Bell Killer is hunting mediums. Like a witch trial execution copycat. At that point, we couldn't let it go. Even after Rex demoted me.
So that's why you're at the museum. Do you know where Cassandra is? Is she still alive?
Last I checked, yeah. I took her to a safe house outside of town.
Smart.
Oh my God, she's alive. I was sure she'd be dead too. Joy would be freaking ecstatic. She shouldn't end up alone. Where's the killer?
No idea. He could be anywhere, but when we fought, he said something I didn't understand at all.
Oh, he's speaking in tongues?
The killer actually talked?
Not much, but I think I hit a nerve. I told that bastard he'd be dead soon, but he said, I already know death. And then something about his instrument of death will kill again tonight.
My instrument of death? But he kills different ways every time. I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
We gotta figure out what that means. Cassandra ever bring up her daughter?
Wouldn't shut up about her. We looked for Joy for days, but it was too risky. Cassandra's been begging me to track Joy down, but I haven't found her yet.
You're not gonna believe this. Joy's been helping me tonight.
Figures a cop like you would need help to get this far.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
you.
like what? The help you got from her mom? Get back to Cassandra. Make sure she's still safe and bring her back to the station.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna quickly check out the cellar and come up with a plan. I hope.
Hey, let's get a better look at how you died, pal. What'd they kill him with? That's not the way. My instrument of death will kill again tonight. Wonder what that means. Besides that they're gonna kill again.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
Huh. Can you see who he was talking to? That fucking girl!
You stood for justice. How is this just?
It just is! No? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was bad. Extinguished light. Oh my fucking god. So the little girl is killing people, but she's... Is she possessing someone? Who is she possessing? Oh my god. I got it. I know who she's possessing. She's possessing Rex. She's possessing his brother-in-law. Oh my fucking god. What the hell? This is crazy. A prison inside a prison. They really didn't want that fucker getting out. You stay there, you bitch! That motherfucker is evil, yo. I think I got all I need. Let's see. That has nothing to do with it.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
I thought you stood for justice. How is this just?
The courts are not a place for your murderous whimsy. You are a corrupt heathen. The families of those innocent souls you executed through false accusation of witchcraft will exact their righteous justice tonight.
False accusation?
What is that nonsense you draw?
My mark will burn like a brand in the flesh of this town. If it takes me to the ends of eternity, I will personally make the bell toll for every witch in Salem.
Why? The guy who killed me is... Abigail. She might be the Bell Killer. How is that possible? I gotta get out of here and figure out how to track her down.
Told you. Oh, man. That piano cue sounds cool. It sounds like the Saw movie. Ding ding ding, ding ding ding, ding ding ding, ding ding ding. All right, time to finish this. That was the finale. I thought the finale, dude. I thought the finale was like 3 days ago when I was playing. Alright, whatever. The fuck? That was a weird time for loading. Okay. God, I wish you could just fast travel. Oh shit, I didn't get to read that. Fuck!
No one deserves to be murdered. And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice behind it, that just makes it all the more twisted.
Fuck. Okay, let's finish this game. I decided to, not platinum this game. I just platinum Batman Arkham Knight, so...
No one deserves to be murdered. And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice...
Lost interest in trying to platinum this one. Sorry.
That just makes it all the more twisted.
It's been about 3 weeks, I want to say? I don't know, I'm bad with time. So it could just be like a week and a half, I have no idea. I just really wanted to finish this game already, so... Alright. It's also been a while since I've done commentary. I'm working on getting the platinum for Arkham.
Joy!
Ronan, help!
Not another step.
Oh, big reveal. I called this, didn't I? Yeah.
This has nothing to do with her, Abigail. Oh, but it does. For 300 years, we have executed the witches who corrupt our fair city. Those who try to mask their demonic contract and leverage powers they should never possess. Just like you have. Don't you dare compare me to her!
Okay, his voice is familiar.
Put your hands up!
Help!
Don't do anything stupid.
Hands up! Stop what you're doing. Hands up!
He's gonna throw her.
Do it now!
Get ready to move. What the fuck?
Stop!
Oh my god! That was a good play, I guess.
Rex, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Not now. This was you. I want you getting closer to the truth.
Ronan, do something!
I'm working on it, kid.
Hold tight, kid. I'm on my way.
What can stop Abigail? My only lead. Scream, kid! Tackle that bitch.
Abigail.
She looks so angry. Time for you to get put in the timeout corner. I don't fucking know.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sins.
This can't be happening.
You're fucked.
You want to use memories against me?
Uh-oh.
You can play at that game.
Not if the game's one player. Which it is. Memory? Bitch, that just happened. That doesn't mean anything.
I know the truth about your death, but I still don't know the truth about mine. Did you use Rex to kill me?
Rex was my most influential. The most respected, the most feared official in town. Of course I did.
You bitch.
How could Rex have done it? Rose's killer had blue eyes.
I didn't use the same killer for every murder.
Oh.
Baxter. Why did you kill Baxter?
I eventually kill all the killers I use. Especially the ones who get close to the truth.
Well, she just said
The
it.
truth in the apartment. I wasn't one of your killers. Why did I have to die?
You're a bitch. Answer me! Oh my god. That's terrible. He was.
I wouldn't.
That's fucked. This little bitch is evil.
No, I wouldn't. How could I? You made me kill her.
Spear her into hell. Spear her into the inferno. You took too long. You bitch.
If I'm going out, you're coming with me.
Ooh ah. That thing's put its hand over her face and was like, get fucked. Wow, what a little evil girl. That was terrible, man. That was cool though. She used a different person every time. Did she make it out? Oh, she's fine. Good for her.
We all got a dark side. Sometimes obvious, sometimes not. If we're lucky, we keep our dark side hidden.
He's going to jail.
By law, Rex was a killer. The law doesn't always see the truth. Fortunately, Joy did. And she would never press charges. She might even help Rex cover his tracks. One thing's for certain. She's a better person than I was at that age. A kid who deserves forgiveness. She's paid her dues. And committing a few small crimes, searching for your mom, well, even the coldest cops would forgive those.
Mom!
Hasn't been a Bell killer murder since the night Abigail met her final end.
Bitch.
But the case never officially closed. Bad memories fade, time heals. With luck, Salem will move on and find peace.
Until the
Death
sequel.
pays debts, my father always said. Forever I believe that. But truth be told, this life ain't over until you're honest about what you owe. Set everything right. Settle your debts. Only then can you move on.
Ronan?
Wow. Well, there you go. Murdered Soul Suspect. Hilarious. I only hopped on this game 2 weeks later for 5 minutes and beat it. But thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's a very interesting game. Unfortunately, there is no sequel. But still very cool. I'm a very big fan of detective stuff. And you know, thrillers. So this was a good blend. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, it was somewhere around noon on Sunday when I got a call from the pastor. He was looking for someone to fix up the old church. It had been sitting up on that hill, abandoned for over 40 years after getting hit by lightning back in '98. It suffered a bunch of fire damage. So, of course, I agreed to help. I knew something was wrong the second I stepped inside. As an inexplicable chill came over me. Anyway, I shook it off and I set to work. As I started tearing up the damaged floorboards, they were all bad. Well, I uncovered an old rat's nest. It seemed like any of the others I'd seen over my 22 years in the construction business, until I saw the scraps of human hair and bones that the rats had used to make it. Well, suddenly I heard the floorboards on the second floor creaking above me, and the sounds of a young girl weeping. Well, I was worried that the damaged section of the ceiling was going to give way under her weight, so, I yelled, "Hey, stop, come down immediately." Well, my voice must have startled her because she went completely silent. So I got up and I went to look for her. When I entered the room upstairs, though, I was surprised to see it completely empty. It only took me, a minute to make my way up there, and I would have heard her run off if she did. But that's when I heard the weeping again. Only this time it was coming from the bell tower. So I climbed up the long, treacherous, curving stairs at the top, and I noticed what I thought was dried blood dotting the way. When I finally got up to the belfry, I was just paralyzed with terror. Because lying before me was the withered corpse of a young girl. Judging by her sun-bleached clothes and weathered bones, it seemed like she'd been lying there for the better part of those 40 years the place had been empty. The rats, they picked her bones clean. I took off running. I didn't stop until I got all the way to town. The ravages of time made it impossible for the authorities to get any identity on this girl. It seems Salem will never know who killed her. Some people still claim to hear her weeping there. As for myself, I never went back.
I still remember seeing the ad for the Regal Apartments in the paper. It's easy for people to look at it and see a dingy, run-down shithole. But me? I saw a place with history and character. I saw a place full of artistic inspiration. Before I knew it, I was the official tenant of apartment 3A. Looking back on it, I wish I had never even unpacked. My new apartment turned out to have more character than I had anticipated. The carpets were occasionally soggy, the pipes were rusty, and I could hear the tenant below me banging against the walls and screaming at the top of his lungs. Sure, there were other problems with the place, but they just added to its charm. They were things I could live with. What I couldn't live with was showering in brown water, mysterious leaks molding the carpet, and obnoxious neighbors. I called the plumber, who arrived just as I was about to have a word with the people downstairs. When I showed him the wet spots on the carpet, he scratched his head and explained that nothing was leaking, and that the reason for the wet spots was most likely due to me spilling something and not realizing it. Did this guy take me for an idiot? I never spilled a thing. He apologized and said that without a leak, there's nothing he could do, so he moved on to the shower. Thankfully, the water had no trouble turning brown. He thought it could be an issue with a rusty boiler and went to check it out. I took the opportunity to address the tenants below. I knocked on the door, but no one answered. In fact, I couldn't hear anything at all. I tried the door, expecting it to be locked, but it just swung open. I was shocked to find it completely empty. That's when wet footprints began to appear on the floor. They were headed right for me. Just then I could hear the plumber scream from the boiler room downstairs. By the time I ran down there, he was long gone, but he had discovered the source of the brown water. Packed into the old rusty boiler was a bloated, decomposing corpse. The police are still investigating the homicide, and the landlord has promised to renovate the boiler room. However, despite his efforts, 3A is back on the market, and I doubt I'll ever feel clean again.
Salem wasn't the most exciting place for a couple of rambunctious 13-year-olds. And playing with my friends after school, they usually required a healthy dose of imagination to spice up the underwhelmingly bleak landscape. To us, Salem's history was just a bunch of creepy stories and tourist attractions. Witches didn't exist, we all knew that. That's why Robbie Barnes was the laughingstock of the entire school. He actually believed that they were real. Looking back, I wish I hadn't teased him so much. Maybe then he'd still be alive. I forget which one of my friends actually came up with a plan to prank Robbie, but it didn't take him long to get us all on board. My job was to find an example of an old spell. It took me all of 15 minutes, and the library had practically every book ever written on the subject. The next step involved the Judgment House. It sat up on the hill, abandoned. Everyone said it was haunted. What made it even creepier were the rumors that Judge Hawthorne burned the remains of accused witches in the house's various fireplaces. That's where Robbie comes in. We dared him to sneak into the Judgment House in the middle of the night and collect a handful of ashes from each of the fireplaces. Then he'd have to light some candles, sprinkle the ashes, and read the spell. We told him that if done correctly, the spell would supposedly blow out all the candles. If he agreed to do all this and the candles so much as flickered, we would promise to stop making fun of him. We could see that he was scared, but to his credit, he agreed to go through with it. What we didn't tell him was that we had set up a hidden camera to catch all the hilarity on tape. The next day, Robbie didn't come into school. We assumed he had chickened out and was too embarrassed to face the music. Then I heard that Robbie went missing. I felt the chill run down my spine as I retrieved the tape from our hidden camera. I pressed play and fast forward until I saw Robbie. He was doing just as we instructed him to. But then, a shadowy figure crossed in front of the camera. Robbie turned in horror just as the camera cut to static. When the image finally returned, Robbie was gone, and the only sign that anything had happened at all was the now smoldering fireplace over in the corner.